So what do you get when you let Jason Bateman direct, create, and star in a show? You get Ozark. And if I had to say this show was influenced by Breaking Bad like the Netflix campaigning was saying, yeah, I would say that, but I also would think that it was influenced by Breaking Bad, Fargo, and David Fincher's Gone Girl. Those are the shows and movie that I think it is highly influenced by. Starting off with Jason Bateman as Marty Byrde, wow, he kills it. This is the best acting I've ever seen from Jason Bateman. He was fantastic as this character. I don't think he's very similar to Walter White until Walter White becomes Heisenberg as he is in Breaking Bad, but he is very mellow. He's quiet to himself. He's always been kind of a secretive guy. So you kind of know from the beginning something's off about this guy. Even before he starts doing what he's doing, you know that he's just a weird dude. This is going to be a very light review about Ozark because I know a lot of people haven't seen it yet, and I want everyone who ever sees this to go and watch it. Easily you could tell Jason Bateman was influenced a lot by David Fincher. The show does take place in Missouri for the majority of it, which is the main setting for Gone Girl. Also, the filters that the show was done in was very blue and green, which is very David Fincher-esque. If you look at any of his movies, a lot of them have blue or green filters, but this one, also taking place in Missouri as Ozark, it was very similar. It looks like it was shot by the same DP. Not only is Jason Bateman amazing on the show, the supporting cast is amazing. The two actors that play his kids, his wife, who was played by Laura Linney, was also fantastic. The actor who played Dell. Now, a lot of you are asking, well, I've heard of Ozark, people talking about it, but what's it about? So this show, the reason why people are relating it to Breaking Bad is because it has to do with drugs. But in this specific one, the show starts off in Chicago. Marty and his buddy Bruce are financial advisors. So what that is they take people's money and they invest it in stocks, do whatever they do with it, which a lot of it is all scams. But what Marty and Bruce are doing is working for a guy named Del, whose last name is Del Rio, and he works for the second biggest drug cartel in Mexico, and they're laundering money for Del. So it's pretty cool because in one episode, Marty starts off the show by all explaining how money laundering works, which was pretty cool breakdown, and all the shots that they used were pretty awesome. So basically they get all this unlegit money from Dell, which people are buying the drugs in trade, and Marty's job as a launderer is to clean that money in a way. So the way that he cleans that is investing it into properties such as restaurants, or strip clubs, or even a church. And that's what's insane because Marty literally has no freaking morals. He's a crazy man. And I'm not saying he's crazy because he doesn't have morals, but it's just weird. Like, I understand he's not a religious dude or whatever, but he's investing money into a church, like, unlegit, and the way that he's doing it is with construction. So they say they're building this church, they need all this done, and somehow by not actually getting all the construction done and taking it all back through taxes, the money's clean and it comes back to him. It's pretty insane. And the thing that's crazy is just how realistic this show is and how authentic it feels. Like, literally, this is probably happening everywhere in the US right now, and that's why it's so crazy. The dialogue for the show is fantastic. I didn't see one flaw in it. The cinematography is dope. It just looks beautiful in Missouri right there on the river. There's a lot of tension throughout the show. It's very dramatic when it comes down to things that are exposed. But the thing that was good about the drama is that there was no overacting. It was all done very realistically. This show felt like you could see this kind of thing happening easily in real life, like right now. So stuff happens in Chicago in the beginning of the story, and the thing that I liked about the show also is that you just get right into it, starting with the pilot. It gets into action, stuff goes down in Chicago, so then Marty has to go down to Missouri and launder down there for Dell. And he thinks, oh, I'm going to Missouri because Bruce, who was his buddy helping him launder, told him about this place called the Ozarks, which is on the Lake of Ozarks, which is why the show is called Ozark. Saying Ozark a lot. And in the first couple episodes, a lot of people say it too. So once Marty actually gets down to Missouri, he thinks, oh, this is going to be a breeze. I'm starting new and fresh. No one knows me down here. I'll just be able to do my job, do what I got to pay Dell back his money, and then I'm good. But that's where everything becomes a shit show. Marty's doing what he has to do, but then he runs into problems here with other people down in Missouri. People find out who he is, what he's doing. They want to cut. You know, it's pure insanity when he gets down to Missouri. There's a lot of family dynamic. He has issues with his wife, and then things happen and other people find out what Marty's doing. Like I said, I'm not going to get into other heavy spoilers. Like, I'm just talking about small plot points here and there, which is pretty simple if you read the synopsis on the show anyways. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that this is the best new show on Netflix. I was totally engaged from the pilot. Every single episode ended with a cliffhanger, as they should for a thriller. And the show was just tightly done, you know, followed a guideline of what it needed to do. And there was a lot of shock value every now and then too. The season finale is just going to mess you up. There's crazy crazy visuals, a lot of shock value, like a lot. And it's awesome because it leaves the ending super open-ended, that it's going to set up a second season, a third season, a fourth season. Who knows? I hope the show gets 4 seasons. That would be awesome. But I'm pretty sure that they're going to do a second season because the ending was just fantastic. A lot of people are going to hate the ending because it's like a lot of other ones where it kind of drops off. But you know what's already happened. You know what's going to happen kind of developing from this. So I thought it was smart because there's a lot of story to be told for this show. If I had to grade this show, you know what? I'm going to give it an A+. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. The best current show on Netflix. And you guys need to watch Ozark. So if you guys seen Ozark, comment down there and let's discuss. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, and comment. Thanks. Really appreciate it.